Hello, Duffy's Tavern, where the elite meet to eat. Archie the manager speaking. Duffy ain't here. Oh, hello, Duffy. Guess what? I finally caught the guy that's been stealing our meatballs. Yeah, he's been putting numbers on them and selling them to pool parlors. By the way, Duffy, I'm expecting you at the block party tomorrow night. Huh? Oh, don't worry. This year, I guarantee you won't have no trouble getting Mrs. Duffy in. No? No, they widened the street. Well, it's going to be very social, Duffy. Everybody who is anybody on 3rd Avenue will be there. Cavendish the Undertaker and Lady Cavendish, unless he digs up another date. And there's Pharaoh Farouk, the wealthy Egyptian obelisk designer. No-Nose Cortez, the successful goat's milk taster. No Fingers Noonan, the unsuccessful butcher. Let me see. Well, so yes, One-Eyed Goldfarb and his daughter Cyclops. And, of course, as usual, Herbie the Midget and his 2 little sisters, Blur and Invisible. Okay, Duffy, I'll see you at the party. Oh, Treacher, did you make a list of the things we're going to need for the block party?
Yes, I'm working on the list right now. Let me see. Smelling salts, bandages, plasma, splints.
Treacher, the party won't be that rough.
Oh, no? Aren't you expecting the same elite group that attended last year?
Well, yes, we are.
Smelling salts, bandages, plasma, splints.
This year with me running, it'll be bigger and genteeler than ever.
Biggest party we ever had on the block, huh?
Well, with me as the head, I think it should be.
I agree. You would make a perfect blockhead.
Thank you very much.
I say, what's the smell? Something burning in the kitchen?
I beg your pardon. This happens to be my new perfume.
Who are you trying to impress, goats?
Don't be so smart. You know, tomorrow night is the block party, so I just came from the beauty parlor.
What's the matter? Was they closed?
Very funny.
Why, say, Miss Duffy, what kind of a beauty operator did you have?
What do you mean?
They didn't touch your fingernails, but your toenails are painted a bright red.
Yeah, why the toenails?
I'm going with Herbie the Midget. Listen, by the way, Archie, when the dancing starts tomorrow night, I wish you'd do me a favor.
What?
Please tell Cavendish the Undertaker not to cut in on people.
Why not? Ain't he a good dancer?
Sure. Only when Cavendish taps you on the shoulder, it makes you kind of nervous.
Hey, that reminds me, Miss Duffy, if we're going to have dancing, I got to do something about an orchestra. Treacher, we got a theatrical trade paper around here?
Yeah, here's a copy of Variety.
Good. Now, leave us look up the dance bands. Let's see here. Dance band available. Mrs. Phil Spitalny and her all-male orchestra. Featuring Mendel and his magic glockenspiel. Now, that Mendel sounds like a show-off.
Okay, here's one that might answer the purpose.
Let's see. Artie Shaw, clarinet player and retired husband. Now at liberty. Seeking new engagements. I wonder which kind.
Well, I don't think he'd want to get married again.
Why not?
Well, I understand he's a very brilliant man. I don't think he'd make the same mistake more than 5 times.
I guess you're right. Let's see the ad here now. Artie Shaw's 6 syncopators available immediately. I thought the guy had more than 6, Treacher.
That figure refers to the number of musicians in his band.
Oh. Well, what do you say we give him a ring and see if we can hook him for the block party, Hello, information? I'd like to get Artie Shaw. So would you? Well, honey, you better get in line and wait your turn. Oh, yeah, he'll get to you sooner or later. What's the number? Okay. Hello? Hello, Artie? This is Archie from Duffy's Tavern. I just seen your ad in Variety, and I got a great opportunity for you. A block party. The pay, well, it's pretty high, but maybe if we haggle a bit, we'll come down. Well, look, why don't you come over and we'll talk it over? Okay. How do you like that? Looks like I'm going to get Artie Shaw for the block party. I can already see them initials on the bass drum. Artie Shaw's Syncopators. In big red letters, A-S-S. How do you do? Now, look, gang, tomorrow night, this time, you know what's going to happen? We'll all be outdoors having real fun at the block party.
Oh, I'm already looking forward to it.
So am I.
Yeah, huh?
Yes, it was such a relief to get out of this place and breathe some of that nice, fresh carbon monoxide.
Hey, Treacher, you're good at figures. You want to look over this budget I made up for the block party?
A budget? Let me see. Income from sale of tickets, $22. Cost of printing tickets, $22. Net profit, $22. Archie, if you sell them for $22 and they cost you $22, how do you figure a net profit of $22?
Simple. We don't pay the printer. Continue.
Estimated cost of Artie Shaw, $15. $15? Why, that wouldn't keep Mr. Shaw in bridal bouquets.
What are you talking? He's only got 6 pieces at $15. That's almost $3 a man. Hey, Treacher, tell that guy we don't want no fish today. Now, wait a minute. It's Artie Shaw. Put down that hard caller, will you? Now, leave me welcome into Duffy's Tavern. I'm sure you'll feel right at home here.
Why?
I smell trouble with this guy. Well, a lot of people think of the tavern as sort of a musician's retreat.
Retreat? It looks more to me like a mass surrender.
I see you're very snappy with the insults, Mr. Shaw.
Thank you.
You should be. You've had enough wives to practice with.
Whoever got a chance to open his mouth. Besides, I was only kidding about the tavern, Arch. In fact, I envy you. I find myself wishing I had your job here.
My job? I don't know nothing.
That's what I mean.
Wonder if this guy could blow that clarinet without teeth. Look, Shaw, I'm willing to put up with a certain modicum of insults, but don't carry it too far.
Are you looking for trouble?
Me? Cowardly little me looking for trouble? Trouble with a fellow musician?
You, Arch, a musician?
Yeah, piano man. You see, we're buddies, and you wanted me to fight. I don't play nothing fancy, of course, just an old-fashioned piano.
Upright?
Well, until I've had a few drinks. And I slump over a little. Enough of this shop talk, Artie. Leave us forget business. Huh?
Okay.
Okay. Well, tell me, what's new? Married any good wives lately?
Now, look, Archie, please. I thought we were going to forget about shop talk.
I'm sorry, Artie. No offense offended. I guess you're kind of fed up with marriage, huh?
Well, I wouldn't say that exactly. If my type of girl came along, I think I might get married again.
Mr. Shaw, would you please repeat that remark?
I said, if the right kind of girl came along, I might get married again.
Hello, Papa? Tell Mama to start crying. Yeah, I think I found the sucker.
What is this?
Artie, this is Miss Duffy, sometimes known as a girl.
Holy smoking, I just said I'd be willing to get married.
Likewise, I'm sure. Well, well, don't just stand there. Marry me.
Miss Duffy, cut it out, will you?
Well, you heard him. He said himself he was waiting for Miss Wright to come along.
But he just inferred that you were the wrong Miss Wright.
How will he know until he marries me?
He ain't gonna marry you. He's had enough trouble with that trial and error method. That right, Artie?
That's right. Besides, Miss Duffy, maybe you'd be making a mistake. Maybe you wouldn't like me as a husband.
I'm different.
Now, look, just how do you know? I mean, you know, have you ever been married?
Just 2/3 married.
What do you mean? What do you mean 2/3?
She was there and the preacher was there, but the guy didn't show up.
Very funny. I'll have you know I can get all the fellas I want. Do you know that right now I have 2 dates in front of Kelly's pool room tonight at 8:30?
Yeah, with who?
How do I know who'll be in front of Kelly's pool room tonight at 8:30? Kidding?
Look, I know 2 guys that won't be in front of Kelly's pool room tonight at 8:30.
Who?
Me and Artie Shaw. Now beat it and get back to the cash register. This man has had enough trouble with dames. Give him a chance to get off the floor.
Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Now, what is this?
This is the next case. Meet the Mad Russian.
It is indeed charming to make an acquaintance. Mr. Shaw, I understand you two are a student of music.
Well, I've studied a little.
Well, tell me, sir, as one musician to another, what do you think of the key of C?
Look, Artie, you'll have to excuse the Mad Russian.
Well, what's the matter with him?
Well, he thinks he's a musician. You see, before he was born, his mother was frightened by a Fred Waring arrangement.
I see. Tell me, mister, or whatever you may be.
To be or not to be? What is the question?
What instrument do you play?
The instrument?
Yeah, the instrument.
First, kazoo.
Kazoo. What do you use to accompany it?
A bodyguard. I am also playing a piccolo.
Alto?
No, dill. Also, I am playing a bugle.
The bugle? Let me hear you.
So sorry, I am only playing by inspiration. You see, when it's a beautiful spring day and the mood strikes me, I go out into the woods and I blow my bugle.
And what comes out?
Boy Scouts.
Look, Russian, you better go get your head blocked for the party. Now beat it.
Say, Art, speaking of this block party, do you want the boys and me to play for you?
Do we want you to play? Well, you're under consideration. It depends on the price. Now, tell me, how much will your band cost us?
Well, let's say $5,000.
Yeah, let's say it and see how it sounds. Then we'll forget it. Now, I'll repeat the question. What will your band cost us?
$5,000.
I'm afraid it's a little high.
Well, what were you figuring on paying?
$15. Sound attractive?
Well, perhaps if I come down a little, you'll come up a little.
Well, I said $15, but if I got to come up a little, I better start with 10. Now, leave us negotiate.
Okay, I'll take 1,900.
I'll go to 11.
18.
12.
17.
13.
16.
14.
15.
It's a deal. $15. Okay, Artie?
Now, Archie, just a second. I don't...
Artie, this block party is for charity, see?
What charity?
Well, it's for the widows and orphans.
Whose widows and orphans?
The ones from last year's block party.
Well, if it's for charity, I'll tell you what I'll do.
What'll you do?
I'll let you have the band at the minimum union scale.
Minimum, huh? How much is that?
Oh, practically nothing.
Well, that's a little closer to what I had in mind. Okay, Artie, we got a deal. Leave us shake, huh?
Okay, shake.
Shake. By the way, what's the minimum scale?
$30 a man, $180.
$30 a man. Artie, let's cancel the shake.
Sorry, Archie, the union says a handshake deal is a deal.
But $180 for a band, for that kind of dough, I could get Spike Jones. And with that washboard, he'd probably do me laundry, too. Let me see. There's 6 men in a band. The minimum is $30 a man. Now, times the 6 by 3. Divide the 3 by naught. That's 300. Shove over the cipher. Muscle in a decimal point. That's right, it figures to $180. I gotta do something about that $30 a man. Artie.
Yes, Arch.
That 6-man band. I was wondering, would you mind letting me hear them play?
Look, Arch, we never audition.
It ain't addition so much I got in mind, it's subtraction. What do you say? Can I hear them?
You expect me to audition for a broken-down block party?
Okay, don't audition. We'll get somebody else to play at the block party for them 300 unattached blondes.
Playboys.
Kid, that was great.
Well, thanks, Jeff.
Yep, there's only one thing.
What's that?
6 guys in the band. Can't we cut it down?
But 5 doesn't sound big enough.
Sounded big enough when Papa Dion did it. Look, Artie, do you need that trumpet player? Why don't we see what it sounds like without him, huh?
Oh, okay.
Artie, look, Artie, that guy playing the baboon.
The what?
The guy on the sliding baboon. Do we need him?
What's wrong with him?
To me, the guy looks like a troublemaker. Why don't we try it just once without him?
Oh, but Arch.
Please, no arguments. We'll try it as a quartet. Artie, that's wonderful.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, terrific. I was just thinking now, about that piano player. I think he's dogging the left hand.
But look, Arch, the man's been with me for years now.
That's just it. He's taking advantage of you. He knows you're blowing that clarinet so loud you can't hear him when he's gold bricking. Take a tip, Artie. Get rid of the guy.
Oh, but Arch, now look.
Remember, you ain't the only band in town. For $30 a man, I can get Jose Horowitz and his Pitkin Avenue cucarachas. Now, leave us try it with what's left, huh? Go ahead, give him the deadbeat. Just a minute, Artie. You know, that was practically it.
Good.
Yep, I think we're almost getting down to what I want. Except for that saxophone player.
What's wrong with the saxophone player?
Well, nothing personal, but he looks a little like Rudy Valley.
Now, just a second.
Sorry, Artie, this is a must. The sax has to go.
We've already got rid of 4 members of the band. That leaves us with only clarinet and drums.
Is there that many left? Well, the drum can help carry the melody. Why don't you try it?
All right.
Artie, stop it. Wait, that's terrible.
Well, what's the matter now?
That band is the worst band I ever heard.
Well, what do you expect from just clarinet and drums?
What do I expect? Look, you're supposed to be the musician. Why didn't you think of that before you organized the band?
All right, well, what are we going to do about it?
Well, if you listen to me, I think I can point out where the weakness is.
Who? Me?
No, the drummer.
I was sort of hoping it was me.
Look, Artie, come here. Why does a guy like you need a drummer? Heifetz goes it alone. Why don't you? Go ahead, try it solo, acapella. Well, that's a little more like it. Yes, sir. The band sounds terrific, Artie.
Thanks a lot.
Good. Now, where do we stand?
Well, you now have one. Would you like to try for nothing?
Just a minute. Artie, how much did you say this minium is per man?
$30.
That'd be 30. You've heard that competition is the life of trade.
Yes?
Would you mind if I auditioned another band?
Not a bit.
Oh, Russian,
You are calling me?
let me hear you play Home Sweet Home on that kazoo again. Artie, now leave me hear that clarinet again. Thank you. Artie, I'm sorry, old man.
You mean?
You have just been kazooed out of $30. I'm sorry, kid. I'm afraid you won't be able to use your clarinet.
Oh, don't worry. I'm going to use it all right.
What do you mean you're going to use it? Hey, what are you doing? Ouch!
Hello? Oh, hello, Mr. Duffy. Oh, yes, Archie got along famously with Artie Shaw. In fact, one could say he was quite struck by his clarinet.